transmission. It's not a difficult thing. Allow the elections to go through the normal process. Whoever wins will accept. So why are you bringing all sorts of confusion?
I want to ask you a question. Last week, they protested. And last night, the Senate issued a statement saying that they are going to have an emergency plenary sitting tomorrow. Doesn't that make a difference?
That's what we are trying to make sure they make that difference.
So are you coming here tomorrow to protest as well?
No. When they sit tomorrow, after they are sitting tomorrow.
But the political parties are lagging behind. It's as if it's the Nigerian situation that is working. They are working towards this action.
We are working. We are doing that. That's what it's good you are seeing me today now.
It's the first time for everything. Let us get on that side with Amechi.
Yeah, we'll stay with you. Let's continue to have a sight and sound of the protest at the National Assembly
That is the protest going on presently. I, for one, don't usually talk on politics because there's a division of labor and everyone carries on based on the assignment the person is given. But I've also realized that the reason why the evil continue in the society or in the family or in the environment or in the community is because the good people have decided to keep quiet. And when the people that should speak are not speaking, or when the people that should speak are not speaking the right things, the evil continues. My question is, why would a government or a nation or a country that conducted election, and there were many complaints about the way the election was conducted by the masses, and that was as a result of lack of transparency, and the masses could not believe exactly what the electoral body did, and there were so many lapses, so many loopholes on the conduction of the election. And as there is a preparation for conducting of a new election, why not cover those loopholes, make everything right, make amends that is needed, correct everything that needs to be corrected, so that at the end of the day, those people that blamed you in the last time you conducted or you did something will now have no reason to blame you again. You know, most of the times when someone does something and people, there are criticism, which we know truly there will be criticism, anything you do, whether you do it right or you do it wrong. But most times when you are being criticized consistently from different quarters, why not now try to sit down and iron out genuinely, sincerely, bring out the solution? People have been complaining, both on television, on traditional media, on social media, everywhere, how these things were done and they were not done right. So after you gathered all those complaints, you look at look at it, analyze it critically with objective mindset and with sincerity of heart. You know, most of the times I always say this: whatever one does here on earth, you will give account of it too. That's the truth. Everything we do on earth, we give account. The Bible says, the book of Galatians 6 verse 7. He said, God cannot be mocked. Whatever a man soweth, so shall he reap. Whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap. So anything one does on earth, sometimes you may think you get away with it, maybe because you were able to have some good life about it. Please know it that you will still give account of it. And I want to bring this clear and make this clear to us, that we are all of us are here as sojourners. No matter how old you are, even if you live 120 years, 150 years, 200 years, a time comes that you must go. What is most important is the impact you made while you are still alive. Let us not be geared towards monetary inducement that will decide what we do. Doing what is right is right. Doing what is wrong is wrong. And let me also say declare, God will ask us how we use offices we had, opportunities we have. I always say this: most of the opportunity we have as a person, as a leader, both in the church, as a leader in an organization, as a leader in the government, a leader in the politics, a leader in your community, a leader in school, a leader in the institution, in any institution. Don't think that the leadership ends there. No. You will give account to he that made it possible for you to have that opportunity to lead. Yes. The most important thing is not the office you held. The most important thing is the impact you were able to make while you were there. Every one of us must not be president someday. Every one of us must not be senator someday. Every one of us must not be House of Representative members or governors or commissioners someday. But in everywhere or any place we have opportunity to lead, let us lead, knowing too well that will give account to God, our Maker. So I want to say this, and also social strata, because you will find politics in every level of life. Let us do what is right. When you do it for the first time and there's complaint, pick the complaints of people, try to look at it sincerely, and don't try to play this with everything. The reason why it seems that the masses most of the times don't believe the government anytime they say anything. I've been in this country, in the city of this country, I was born here, brought up here, and I have known over time that most of the reason why the masses don't believe the government in anything they say is because there has not been sincerity. There's not been sincerity. Successive government over time, the same thing, the same story, the same story, the same story, the same story, the same story. So please, what I'm advising is let the right thing be done. Do the right thing this time. Right? It's high time we started choosing right leaders, both believers, both Christians. You can pray on your own. Pray and ask God, God, who have you chosen or who will do this work well? I know there are people that may not be believers in quote, but God has chosen them to carry or to do their work well. The Bible told us about Cyrus in the scripture. Cyrus was not born again. He was not a believer, but God held his hand to do the work. Even Nebuchadnezzar, a time came, God called him Nebuchadnezzar, my servant. Yes, in the scripture. The Bible said Nebuchadnezzar, my servant. Even Pharaoh said, God said, for this reason I raised you. So knowing that someone that is not even a believer can still be used by God. Remember, the Bible says something in the book of Psalm 62 verse 11. Say, once he has spoken twice have I heard that all powers belong to God. So God still has all powers. So Colossians 2 verse 10 say, for we are complete in him who is the head of principalities and powers. So God is still the head. God is still the head. God is still in charge. When Jesus was talking to the disciples in the book of Matthew 28, around verse 18, he says, all power in heaven are given unto me, both in heaven and on earth. So all powers belong to God. There's no two ways about it. And let us stop this idea of collecting 5,000, 10,000, sugar, Maggi, salt. At the end of the day, we are where we are. Let us begin to make right choices. So please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos.